According to Cancer.net, in the United States in 2016, over 1 million people will be affected by cancer, and over 500,000 will die from it. My grandmother on my mother's side and my father's side both were affected and diagnosed with cancer. Many people feel a sense of helplessness when it comes to aiding others in their fight against this disease. Little do they know, a small amount donated to the American Cancer Society can help fund valuable research fighting multiple different types of cancer. Donating to the American Cancer Society will help fund valuable research, give cancer patients a sense of support, and help people stay well. The American Cancer Society funds valuable research. A new researcher is trying to find a less toxic way of treating ovarian cancer. Without crowdfunding, her research wouldn't even be possible. The American Cancer Society also does research to prevent cancer. They conduct nationwide research studies, including the one in 1952 through 1955 where they connected the link between cigarettes and lung cancer. Over 2.7 million men and women both helped find these links, helping a lot of people know how they can decrease their chances of getting cancer. There's also been behavioral research done, which created the BRC, or Behavioral Research Center, which helps find links between different types of things that can increase or decrease your chances of getting cancer, such as obesity, diet, physical activity, and things like smoking and how those can increase your chances of getting cancer. The American Cancer Society gives people a feeling of support. Many cancer patients feel isolated. A lot of them can't even leave their hospital rooms or beds, so they lose their feeling of normality and routine. The American Cancer Society provides support groups to where people who don't have support from their family or friends who can come see them, they have support groups with people who are going through similar experiences as them, and they help find new coping mechanisms with what they're going through. They provide support groups, they not only provide support groups, but they also provide resources to find support groups specifically for different types of cancer. And they give advice for what to do when you find the right support group for you. Cancer is also a life-altering situation, and families gather around loved ones. For example, when my great-grandmother had cancer, my family had to drive up to Louisville every other day to go see her, just to make sure she felt supported and she didn't feel alone, but not all people have that luxury. The American Cancer Society also helps people stay well. They enable people to understand what screenings they need. For example, people who have a high risk of kidney cancer should have image screenings to be able to look inside the body and to see if there's any risk factors there. People who have a history of breast cancer in their family should get mammograms yearly to also look for risk factors, and people who have a high risk of liver disease should receive regular blood tests to look for enzymes and risk factors that can cause cancer. The American Cancer Society also does prevention and early detection guidelines, which provide risk factors for specific types of cancer, so that way, like I said earlier, if you have a history of a certain cancer in your family, you can look for that specific risk factor and see what screenings and other things you should get to help kind of get ahead of the game. Risk factors are anything that increase a person's chance of getting cancers. Just because you have certain risk factors doesn't mean that you're going to get cancer. If you do have risk factors, they can't develop cancer on their own. Some people who have them don't get cancer, and some people who don't have them do get cancer. It's just circumstantial. Donating to the American Cancer Society will help fund valuable research, gives cancer patients a sense of support, and will help people stay well. The donations that they receive enables them to provide the resources necessary to fund valuable research projects. Also, without this funding, support groups provided by the American Cancer Society would no longer be available, nor would the tools used to find the right support groups for people. I hope I provided you with enough information on why you should donate to the American Cancer Society. What may be a small amount of cash to you could be the difference in someone's struggle in battling cancer.